at what we are doing. Today, we have among us Toastmaster Viju as our chief guest. Toastmaster Viju is a person who believes in making life big as a dream. An IT professional working with a leading automotive organization in Oman, he is a distinguished Toastmaster who has performed various roles at the club, area, division, and district level. An enthusiastic photographer, athlete, cyclist, and swimmer, Toastmaster Viju is passionate about hiking and trekking. Toastmaster Viju, it is a great honor to have you with us this afternoon, and we are equally eager to listen to you. Toastmasters, if any one of you has any questions, they can send them to Toastmaster Aditya. Toastmaster, I request you to say your words. Over to Toastmaster Viju.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes, Toastmaster Viju.
Good afternoon, fellow leaders. I'm happy to be here with you for the club officers installation of NITK Toastmasters Club. This is not a regular meeting, a special momentous one for NITK Toastmaster Club. I'm really amazed to see the kind of a work the last XCOM has done. Stupendous work. It's a time for the change of God. My best wishes to newly elected officers. Friends, everyone has some story to tell. I'll share some of mine with you. At the age of 40, I decided to add something to my life. The first step that I took was to upskill myself with a course in business management at Symbiosis. There I met one Gurbinder Singh Pun, who comes in different colors of turban, who encouraged me to join Toastmasters. While pursuing the course, the presentations delivered by Toastmaster Gurbinder made me realize Toastmasters could add value to me. I joined Toastmasters in 2015, and the club assigned me with the role of Vice President Education. I chose the ladder of leadership. I had the privilege to be the president. I volunteered with various division and district leaders in their team to support them in various roles what they perform. Served as the area director in 2019-2020 and district conference education chair in 2020, which is recently concluded. And now I took the leadership of a division director in District 105. I focused one step at a time. It gives you a learning for each role what you play. Fellow Toastmasters and leaders, whoever has shown in today, all the best to you. Focus on what you do one step at a time. In my value addition series, in the year 2017, I plan to work in my active lifestyle and started to do a daily walking of 5 kilometers. It was during one of my visits to Dubai. My friend Nilesh Raval, who is a marathon and a trail runner, encouraged me to become a runner. I never ran till then. I only ran when I have nature calls. He helped me to understand the nuances of running and how it can help me in my health benefits and also the way we look into the life. That influenced me to give it a try. He helped me to pick up my first pair of running shoes, which can run on roads as well as on trails. Initially, I had a lot of resistance from my wife and from my parents. They believed that this age, if I start running, I might get injured. All my well-wishers and friends too believed and told me not to go for running as it might not be good for my health. But I destined to pursue my running dream. I looked into a group to associate and run at Muscat. I searched for one and I could find one called Muscat Road Runners. I reached out to the coordinator who coordinate the runs on Friday. They have weekly different runs, but Friday is a Friday friendly run. As soon as I contacted, he told, yes, you come on Friday morning at 5:30. I was shocked. 4:30, I had to get up and go at 5:30, but I just tried it. I reached there at 5:15 and was waiting for the people to join. They all gathered. 5:25 was the briefing time and 5:30 is the start time. Friends, 5:25, they tell me we are running 11 kilometers today. That was my first run. And August is the month of peak summer in Oman. I ran with them. I was too excited. I could complete 11 kilometers. When I came home, I was totally dehydrated. The whole day I was down with headache. The next day, I couldn't even get up from my bed as my legs were paining. The coordinator Vijay called me and asked how I felt. But that sounded great for me, that this group cared for each other. I started waiting for the next Friday to come. During the process of the Friday runs, I started to walk. Sometimes I ran, sometimes I limp, sometimes I crawl, but I always finish at the finish point. I never gave up my run. Whether I walk, crawl, or limp, I always completed my run. The beauty of this multinational group members is that they wait for the last runner to touch the finish line and then only they disperse. One of the lead runner will always run with you. He will go back and forth, but he will always run with you. Friends, I was so consistent and meticulous in attending Friday runs. In the year 2018-19, I was awarded the consistent runner by Muscat Road Runners. That was a great achievement for me. And all my pains turned to pleasure with one of this recognition. Muscat Road Runners conducts summer series and winter series. It consists of 6 runs in the summer when it's too hot, and winter has got 9 runs. But it is customary for every runner to be a volunteer in one of these runs. If you do not, they will not recognize the series, and there will not be any t-shirt being distributed. So people will fight for getting a volunteer. Volunteering is nothing but you have to run a water station, or you have to run a registration desk, or you have to find and mark the route, or you have to show way to the runners. In a way, you are volunteering as a helping for the run. I was really amazed by the kind of leadership lessons which can be taken out of this running group. There are many lessons learned. Every Friday was a training run for me to prepare me for the bigger challenges which is coming up in my life. I started for half marathon. Fridays, they started running 15 kilometers, 16 kilometers, 18, and then 21. And preparing for a full marathon up to 36 kilometers we used to run on Fridays. The entire team support each other. And they started registering for long runs. One thing what I learned from the running is every runner helps each other, not compete with each other. That is the beauty and the culture of running. I enrolled for my first marathon, which happened in October 2017. I was very new to the marathon or half marathon. I do not know. It took me 3 hours to complete the first marathon which I ran. But then I wanted to improve. In Jan 2018, Muscat Marathon was the first half marathon officially I registered and ran. I completed in 2 hours, 6 minutes. I was on cloud 9 when I saw my timing, which was published by the Muscat Marathon authorities. Completing my first half marathon, I felt proud. I started looking for all kinds of marathons available. I got one very unique marathon available at Chennai. That's called Kotak Wheelchair Marathon, 2019 September. I enrolled for it. May what come. I flew down to Chennai from Muscat, stayed with my cousin. Early morning, I reached the place where they are conducting the marathon. As soon as I reached, I saw people with wheelchair and with the bib, they are ready for the run. When it started, I saw people pushing their wheelchair and completing a half marathon, 21.2 kilometers. I couldn't believe differently abled people pushing the wheelchair and completing a half marathon. I was totally amazed. Friends, that day I witnessed one runner who started early in the morning at 3 o'clock and completed his full marathon pushing his wheelchair. I was totally inspired. If they all can do it, why not Viju? I was lucky to meet Major D.P. Singh, who is the first blade runner in India, a survivor from Kargil War. He's an army man. I really felt proud having one leg he has connected with the blade, and with one leg he operates and he runs marathons. My dream started to grow big. I was looking more into the trails. Trails are beautiful than roads. On the roads, you see only the road and some concrete jungles. But trails are beautiful because you run through your own path. You have to find a way for your own routes of running. And trails are tougher to handle. Oman is such a blessed country, which has got a lot of trails. Unlike Indian mountains, it's not green, it's brown. There are no trees, there are no greens. My fellow runners all decided, let's train here and let's sign up for Malnad at Chikmagalur, Karnataka. I was also excited, let me do something. Few of my friends registered for 110 kilometers. Some registered for 80. I registered for 50, and couple of new runners like me registered for 50. I know 50 itself is too long for me. We were about 15 people boarded from here, Muscat, to Bangalore, and then we drove down to Malnad, that is Chikmagalur. On the day of the race, we reached the Cafe Coffee Day estate, and we started our run at 6 o'clock. My life, first time I'm doing an official ultra. Started my run. I was scared whether I'll be able to complete, but it gave me immense pleasure. I just made a beginning. Let me see how it goes. It was really wonderful journey of running through the mountains of coffee estates, and then when you reach at the top of the mountain at the summit, you see a beautiful landscape and the Chikmagalur mountains filled with coffee trees, and the landscapes are so quite scenic. I learned a lot of during that particular ultra run. I could complete within 8 hours with the allotted time of 9 hours. I was surprised that I could do it. My first ultra was marked. Huge number of lessons I learned from that ultra. I did Wagaman 60 kilometer in 2019. I applied all those lessons what I learned from Malnad to the Wagaman ultra run. Soon I registered. I wanted to go a little longer and longer. I registered for 110 kilometers at Malnad in 2019. And the time allotted for the run was 24 hours. We were totally prepared. We were 15 people again. I used to carry all my nutrition and my hydration in my hydration bag. And it was drizzling through the path which we were running, and a lot of slush, water clogging, and the mountains were so beautiful with the drizzling rains. I really thoroughly enjoyed my run through the daytime, but it's 24 hours to go, another 12 more hours to go. When I completed 80 kilometers at around 8 o'clock in the night, it was around 14 hours. I completed my 80 kilometers. The organizers found that it's raining heavy and we should not be allowing anybody to move into the coffee estate as the markings are all washed away. The beauty of ultra is that while running, you may have to find your way, which is marked at distances. Sometimes you have to be very adventurous. You have to climb down the hill. You may get slipped out. You may get injury, but you have to be prepared with all your medication on the backpack, in the backpack. One has to be self-sufficient to carry enough hydration, nutrition, and some medicines if required. And also some amount of the energy gels, which may require you to, if the sun hits hard during the noontime. What I learned here is the planning and preparation are the paramount importance of an ultra runner. After completing the Malnad run, my confidence boosted up like I felt now I am only into the ultras. That's the time I come across something called an UTMB ultra run in Oman. Oman mountains, as I explained, the trails are beautiful and it's quite technical in nature. UTMB is an international organization that conducts runs on ultra trails which are relatively difficult in nature. They don't take some soft mountains. They take technical runs. One of the toughest trails which I have ever seen. I registered for 50 kilometers, but it extended to 53 kilometers. From the start to the end, it is around 2,300 meters elevation I have to complete. If you are stuck in between the mountain, there is no way someone can pick you from the mid of the way. It is only the helicopter with the help of Ministry of Defense. You can be airlifted and brought to the base. Such a technical of rocks, climb up the rocks, was the trail which we have to go through in Oman. Whenever we see a water station, we feel very comfortable. We feel so relieved that there is someone who is ready to offer you some dates, fruits, oranges. Everything you feel that it's all tasty and it can, for some time, make you feel comfortable, make you refresh. And those volunteers, they are ready to serve you water. They will go out of the way and fill all your water bottles, all your additional nutrition and hydration filled up on your bag. They'll keep it ready with a warm smile and motivation words. Those smiles are the ones which take us from one station to another station. Friends, volunteering is not so easy. You need to exhibit the empathy to the runner who comes to you. The runner is going through very many thinking, hallucination. He might be in different world. He don't know whether he's giving up or what pains he is going through. We take pains and go forward, keep walking forward. One of the incidents what happened in my UTMB trail was I got heavy cramps on my thighs and my calf. Somebody helped me by giving salt, the crystal salts. They told me you put it under the tongue and have some water. And the magic worked for a few minutes. Then I took salt crystals from him and kept it with me. Each runner helps the other runner. We are not competing with anyone. We help them on the trails to complete the mission. Every trail running offers you an unique experience. After the UTMB of Oman, by Oman, I was super motivated to run and sign up with Vagaman 90 kilometer. Vagaman is in Kerala. It is a hill station. One of the beautiful hill stations where people generally go for honeymoon, but I go for running. I loved the place and I wanted to run the 90 kilometer, which is one of the toughest in South India. They keep at par with the qualities of UTMB for running the Vagaman. I'm already eligible because I have done 50K UTMB at Oman. So I'm eligible to do a Vagaman run. We again went with about 20 people, including some of the Omani friends, to Vagaman for running a Vagaman 90 kilometer. We all landed there at Kochi on January 10th, 2020, and the run was scheduled on January 11th, 2020. On January 11th morning, we all dressed up, waited, and came to the start line. The race started at 4. We started running. We were wearing a torch, head torch, and we don't have any other light. There is no street light, it is trail. And we were just running. After first kilometer, I had a fall. I had a cut on my knee. And from my knee to the shin, I had bruises. I paused for a minute and thought, shall I give up? It's only 1 kilometer done. Can I go back to the start point? Giving up at 1 kilometer was very easy. But my thoughts, I realized that my dreams are older than my pains. I have been dreaming that I want to run Vagaman. The pain just started. I thought, I want to proceed and pursue my dreams. Going ahead, we had to cross a lot of slush and through the wet grass. After 8 kilometers, I again had a fall. The knee injury became deeper and the bruises also become a little deeper. I could see some amount of bleeding, but I'm not able to see what's happening on my leg as there is no light. Again, the negative thoughts build up, give up, give up. But I realized again, dreams are older than my pain. My dreams are older than pains. If I have to give up, I have to go back 8 kilometers. There is no other way to get back to the station. Another 4 kilometers if I go, I have a water station. So it's better to go to the 12th kilometer. Again, I came back to the track and started to run again. I reached the 12th kilometer. I met my friend Vijay waiting there and filling his hydration. Looking at me, he asked, "What is this? You are fully bleeding." He helped me to clear my injury and washed my wound. He asked, "Shall we try? I will run with you. Why don't we try? Give it a try." I told 78 kilometers to go. He told, "It's okay. If you are not well, in the next station you can stop." But he kept motivating me while running. And we ran through the day, through the green meadows, pine forest, tea estates, stream of water, and slush, and hard rocks to climb. The day passed by, and we have crossed all the checkpoints. Now there is only one checkpoint to cross, that is 72 kilometers. We have to cross that at 7 hours, at 7:29 p.m., 7:30 p.m. We just pushed ourselves. Vijay was pushing us. Let's do it, let's do it. And we reached that point at 7:29. We felt so excited and happy that we could the last checkpoint is crossed. Now only the final destination, that is 90 kilometers. Friends, we completed 90 kilometers in 17 hours, 36 minutes. where the given time is 18 hours. Indeed, this was an awesome experience. I also bought cycle to complement my running with cycling. That's in 2019. We started doing 100 kilometers we do most of the Saturdays. And that is to complement my running. I'm yet to join any cycling competition till today. But all these are learnings for me. In 2019, I started my cycling. Like trail running, Toastmasters also has a lot of experiential learning. Running offers a lot of leadership lessons, like team building is one such good learning. Because of the team, I could perform better. People will support each other to achieve the newer heights. From a slow runner, I became a pace runner. From a road runner, I became a trail runner. The second quality is trust. That creates opportunity to take up new challenges. I trusted Vijay and proceeded to 78 kilometers and completed, and we were successful. I trusted my friend Gurbinder, who told me Toastmasters can do wonders in my life. Friends, service through volunteering. Those people who serve water for us while running the ultra, the service what they do, it's a leadership. Without the support of water station, we cannot run any ultra or any runs. You need to have some water or some nutrition to run. We tangible and intangible benefits in running as well as Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, you see your improvement from your ice-breaking speech to today where you leaders stand. The last aspect which I would like to say is win-win is the aspect of running and Toastmastering. You might have seen a lot of runners help each other at the finish line. They just hold each other and help them to cross the finish line. The person who was ahead of them, and if they fall sick or if they fall injured, they help them and make them cross the finish line. That is win-win. It is not about completing the run. This, the camaraderie which you bring in matters. In Toastmasters, we help each other, mentor them, and make them champions in the speaking competition. Friends, add value to your life. Bring small changes which reflects as bigger in the days to come. If I can do it, each one of you can do it. Over to you, and thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Viju. That was indeed a very motivating speech, and I have got some questions. So I'll be asking them in order. So running doesn't always mean physical strength, but it aids in improving mental health or mental strength also. I've read about this. So how far is it true?
If you heard about my Wagaman story, it is not about the physical strength. It was the mental strength which took me to complete my 90 kilometers from the first injury which I had in my first kilometer. So, second thing, what I would appreciate is running can change your life, because when you go from 1 kilometer to the 10th kilometer, you have to have kind of a perseverance, and you have to overcome a lot of hurdles. You will have pains, and you understand each pain and overcome such pains. So obviously, it helps you mentally also to improve.
Yes, sir. And sir, my next question is, how do you motivate yourself to run every day? And it's not only running every day, but it's completing the race. So this is something which I have also felt, that while running a marathon, I feel when I near the end point, I want to give up because it's too much. But I see the finish point, I realize it's more than halfway. I want to finish it. But after finishing it, I feel nice. So how do you motivate yourself? And as a beginner, what should we think of when we run such long distances?
There are two things which I do. One is I tell everybody I've registered for something, this marathon awesome. So I have no excuse of quitting, because it's a shame for me to quit. Second, as you are reaching halfway, it's a very good question, valid question. You have reached half the way. Now, let's see, you have crossed some kilometers and you have taken a decision to do it. May what come, this is the day you have offered this many hours, I'm going to dedicate for this run. Pains are temporary for me. But my dreams of registering that marathon and going there in the morning and starting up that journey, that is a kind of a taken pride. So when you reach at the mid of the place, then you think about getting the medal and just keep moving from one pillar to another pillar or from one electric post to next electric post. You keep crossing it. I'm sure we'll reach it. But don't keep bigger goals, keep shorter goals and say, I'll go 100 meter, I'll go 100 meter. And then I'm sure that you will obviously cross the finish line. But keep the medal which you get when you cross and think of people who will surely appreciate you when you cross the finish.
Yes, so that finishing a race is indeed very motivating. So short-term goals which lead up to finishing the race. And so this is one more thing which I have felt that running initially. So I am also an athlete. Even I just run, not as efficient as you, but it's just small races and I've represented my school. So I knew just running, but when I started putting in that knowledge into other sports, like be it cricket, be it football, I felt even though I didn't have the technical aspects of that sport, I was pretty good at it because of running. So is it true that running is the basis of all the sports till some point?
To some extent, yes, because your body movement happens through running. And your legs are very important for you to do any kind of physical form exercise. So running helps you to get into any other kind of athletes. That's what I believe.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So, and one technical question, you were mentioning about technical trails. So how is it different from normal run? Is it just the environment or the
No,
running?
it's not environment. A very good question, because many people wouldn't have explored that. There is a difference between the Wagaman, the Malnad, Chikmagalur, and the Oman. Oman, the mountains are not of mud, it's rock. It's hard rock, it's a very sharp ones. And you don't get a path or a trail to run. You have to make your own way, or the markings you have to follow. The markings will be at distance, not linear. So every time you have to climb up using your hands as well as the legs. It's not only the runs. So you need to use a glove because the rocks are all very sharp. And it's all the boulder stones which you have to climb up and then step one by one step at a time. You have to just cross each and every. It's a stone or it's a rock. It's not normal mud path or what you see in Indian trails. So that is why Ultra UTMB runs. UTMB has selected Oman as one of the technical trail available in the Middle East region. So it's not a path which is available. It's not a soft road. It's a boulder stones or a hard rock which you have to climb up.
It does sound challenging. So once we master normal marathon running, I think we can go for technical trails also. This brings me to the end of the questions which I received. And I'm sure that from this motivational session, everyone has learned that marathons can not only teach us running or physical strength, but it's also essential to learn other attributes like teamwork and trusting others, as you mentioned in your speech. So I hope everyone applies whatever you have mentioned today and lead a successful life. Thank you, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Viju. Over to you, MC, Toastmaster.
Thank you, NIT.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viju, for those words filled with wisdom and encouragement. Toastmasters, unfortunately, distinguished Toastmaster Vanitha Rangarajan could not make it to our meet today, but she has conveyed her best wishes to the incoming leaders and the club, and has also assured to join the upcoming meetings of the club. Toastmasters, for our club to function smoothly in our campus, we are constantly and closely guided by our faculty advisor, Professor Deshna Panikot. I request you, ma'am,